Everybody shut up! And action! Is Hinomaru Sumo a good anime? It's decent. I mean, this is the anime. It's like your basic sports. It's another sports anime, firstly, and it's like your basic, typical sports anime of a guy who's dreaming about going pro, but instead of like basketball, soccer, or some other sport that we play here in Canada or in North America or anywhere else in the world, we're talking about sumo here. Sumo wrestling, the sport from Japan, the wrestling form of Japan. A style of wrestling in Japan where you try to push a guy out of a ring or make his hands touch the floor. I didn't know the exact rules of the sport till I watched this anime, and I'm just assuming this anime is portraying the rules of the sport correctly. But regardless, it's an interesting anime. I love sports anime, so I was inclined to check this out eventually, and I did, and I enjoyed it. I mean, it's you're following the typical scenario, and while all these stories typically follow the same storyline of a guy aiming to go pro, working hard, working through middle school, and this one talking about the story of a guy who is looking for which high school to enter, and then joins a sumo team, and then is working his way to training his team that is consisting mainly of people who are new to sumo to try and help get them to try and go and win a sumo tournament. They want to win the individual tournament where everyone participates individually, and then he wants to win the team tournament where they participate as a team and try to win as a team. And he has to win these tournaments because if he wants to go pro in this sport, this tournament is his only way. Why? Because he's short, and in sumo there's a minimum height requirement which he does not meet. So in order to go pro, there is an exception to this rule where the winner of this high school tournament gets an automatic invitation into the pro leagues, and that is his only way into the pro leagues because height won't be checked if he enters from that route. So yeah, this is the story of him trying to train and work with high schoolers that consist mainly of people who do have experience in some form of martial arts and some complete newbies, but he's working with them to try and accomplish his goal while at the same time helping them fall in love with sumo and win the tournament as a whole, as a team, and help them win and improve themselves. I mean, it is an interesting anime with an interesting story. The bouts in sumo are interesting to watch. But yeah, it's not the most enticing sports anime I've seen. Like, the characters, they have their own quirky personalities. Each one on their individual is intriguing. Their love for the sport is inspiring. And everything about them is really, fun to watch. Their relationship is honestly heartwarming to see, but at the same time, it's just, I'm not really excited about your story. I mean, no, you're excited by it, you're motivated by it, but it's the characters themselves, you're not exactly too intrigued by. I mean, I don't know how to describe it actually. You're interested in following the story, but as the tournaments get closer and closer, you're kind of just getting staled out from their from their personalities. You're getting staled out from the bouts. At the beginning, it was fun to watch all these bouts happen. In the middle, it's fun to see how these characters interact, how they have their own individual goals, how they want to accomplish stuff, how they're motivated, and how they keep finding motivation and just growing and improving, and how they improve the routes they take. The Yakuzumas, I think the word was, but the opponents they have to face, how threatening they are, how they try to find their way into practice matches against top tier schools when they're in an unknown school. It's an interesting anime to watch and follow, but at the same time it's just stale. You're not exactly fully intrigued. There's the concepts about this anime that you're intrigued by are the same and found in practically any sports anime, but here it's unique to sumo, and you're not really too excited by the bouts. Some bouts you're excited and you enjoy watching, but as the anime continues and you see bout after bout after bout after bout, you kind of just staled out, tired of watching all these fights because they get increasingly in length because they're trying to add more emotion behind every fight. Oh my god, I'm fighting with the power of my emotion. Emotion constantly increasing. My motivation is increasing. This is my final chance. Oh my god, oh my god. And it's intriguing to a point, but then it just eventually just starts staling out. Maybe I just wasn't hooked to the characters as much because the storylines they follow here, the draw, win, lose, yada yada yada. It's honestly really similar to every other sports anime. But in the other ones, you're kind of hooked by the characters' personalities and everything, and their motivation and journeys and everything that keeps you excited, wanting to follow the character more and more. Here, you're excited by the character, but the fights, not so much. The main character, he is intriguing by his height, his motivation, his dream, his journey, everything he's doing to make it a reality. But then, the belts themselves are kind of just, tiring to watch because they're really long. Or they're not super long, oh my god, it's a 3-episode long fight. Compared to that, it's relatively short. They take half an episode to an episode tops. But it's they keep just dramatizing all these fights with the talks of emotion and everything, where usually I enjoy watching that stuff, but in this one I was just kind of tired out by it. Like, that's all I really can say about it. It's an interesting anime with an interesting story, but it also does tire you out from watching. But hey, it's pretty short. It was a nice watch. It does excite your motivation towards your own dreams and goals. So, yeah, that's Hinomaru Sumo. I like this anime. It's not rewatchable. It's not really that immersive, but it is an enjoyable watch to a degree. I give this a solid 75%. It is motivational for your own dreams and goals, but it is a tiring watch. Well, it is mildly interesting too, but yeah, it's more so tiring as it progresses. But yeah, that's Hinomaru Sumo. Peace.